Welcome to Biden's Animal Farm. Did George Orwell warn us? Are the enemies inside the gates? Before we get into that in our real first video, I'd like you to like, share, and subscribe to this channel to help this channel to continue to grow, and also support the Facebook page, which is under the same name, Biden's Animal Farm. I really believe that we were warned by George Orwell in the two books that he wrote. There was other things that he wrote, but the two main ones is, of course, the famous or the infamous book 1984, which was published in 1949, not too long before his death. The other one, which is the name of this channel, which is Animal Farm, novella and a political satire of his version of what George Orwell felt that was the tyranny of Stalin and his version of the communist revolution. Orwell's book, Animal Farm, was published in August 17, 1945, right after World War II. It was actually written during World War II, but it was not published because guess who was our ally at the time? That was actually the USSR, or the Soviet Union, which officially now the Soviet Union is gone, but don't get me started on that one. That's something totally different. It is my contention that every single administration, going back to the beginning, which is George Washington, which is part of my costume here, and I'll put pictures of my costumes throughout the videos, has his own version. Okay? So, because every one of the characters that I'll show you in a clip here has its own version to every single administration, up to Trump and then Biden, which is right now. This novella is an attack, like I said, against the Stalinist version, which is tyrannical, dictatorial, totalitarianism, which is what Stalin was. Just like Nazi Germany, just like the CCP, the creation of the Chinese Communist Party, which is 1949, and the corruption of their version of the pure version of communism, which goes back to the Greek times. This book also was put into a movie, two versions, 1954 version and a 1999 version. Actually, there's another one that was purchased by Netflix, which was 2021, 2022. I'm not too sure on that date, but I'm concentrating. I will only show you clips from the 1954 version because that one's in public domain. That was the one. Yes, it was a CIA propaganda film. This the movie rights of this movie and this book was purchased by the CIA and the OPC. I'll tell you what the OPC is. And the animators and the directors were Joy Batchelor and John Hallis. In another video, I will show you the details of their ties to the CIA, MI6 in the United Kingdom, the Marshall Plan. The Marshall Plan's 5% of that budget was actually for fighting communism, and this was under the Marshall Plan. The book was published by operatives of MI6. It also ties into the United States because of Walt Disney. Okay, I'll get into that in another video. So, I want you to look at or ask yourself a couple questions while you're watching this promo video, which was put out before. This movie cost $350,000. It took many years for it to make money. It was banned in all kinds of countries. Of course, it was banned in the Soviet Union. Also banned in Russia, too, because this does not put a pretty picture of the communist way of life. In the promo, who are the enemies of the state? Who are the people that are in those jobs now? Who is Napoleon? Who is Squealer? Squealer is usually universally portrayed as the media, the person that goes out in front of the media and basically totes the party line. Press Secretary Pierre Jean-Pierre, or the legacy media, which is Squealer. That's my opinion. What's your opinion? Put that in the comments and say whatever you want, but be nice. Even though the Soviet Union, or the USSR, is now Russia, do you see any similarities between Russia and the USSR? still, remember, Putin is a KGB officer. Look at the axis of evil at the time, 1945, during World War II, and what's an axis right now? Do you see correlations between Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran? Look at that, and look at this video, and look at these videos I put out there. What do you say? Here is the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Help this channel grow. Check out Biden's Animal Farm on Facebook. Check it out.
Here is a cartoon with a difference. The first full-length cartoon film to be made in England. Produced by the brilliant team of Harris and Batchelor, it has been acclaimed by New York and London critics alike. It tells a compelling story for every adult. Yet it's assuredly a film that every child can enjoy. Come and visit Animal Farm, where all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. Meet its quite extraordinary inhabitants. The wise and wishful old Major. But remember, now and forever, all animals are equal. Napoleon, a pig of a dictator. Squealer of the sly eye and lying tongue. Long live Napoleon! And Snowball, who is hounded out of his animal kingdom. You'll love Boxer, who works like a horse. His faithful friends, Benjamin the willing donkey. Muriel, who acts the goat. Then, of course, there's the drunken farmer, Jones, who gets his just desserts. And Whimper, who wangles and barters till it hurts. Remember then to visit Animal Farm. Make certain you watch Pig Brother just as he is watching.
After watching that, who is Napoleon in Biden's Animal Farm? Who is Old Major? Who is the Squealer? Who is Boxer? Who is Benjamin? Who is Muriel, the drunken farmer? Whimper, that's pretty obvious. That's the bankers collecting the money in their little secret little area. And who's in charge of the matter? If you have any ideas, please put those in the comments. Please put your suggestions in the comments. Please be nice. Don't get crazy. In the quest for truth, there is one thing about this channel which is tied to the Facebook page of the same name, Biden's Animal Farm. The quest for truth. Please put in any suggestions for any new videos as well. And also, we need to save our country. We need to save our country from the deceit of the fourth and fifth branches of government. That is very important for us to do because the election year is coming up. There's an impeachment inquiry that's just started. There's been marching orders to question everything about the impeachment inquiry. But again, I will do my best to follow, and I will do my best, and I will do everything in my power to keep my oath of the quest for truth and being fair. Thank you. Also on this channel, I'll do videos about certain books that are factual and that are truth. I will only tell you things that I know I can prove as fact, not conspiracy theories. One of them is this book, The Laptop from Hell, and that's the name of the book by Miranda Devine. I'm already about 55 pages into this book, and there's all kinds of things that I know that you'll be interested in. It's very important to me to get the truth out. Remember in 2020, there was a Russian disinformation supposedly that got censored by every mainstream media, every single social media site. But there is things in this book that have not been proven as fact. But I will not cover those. The first one will be, among the topics are, Hunter Biden was banned from the debauchery chateau on the hill, the sunset on the hill, the castle on the hill, whatever you want to call it, Chateau Marmont, which is there's a litany, there's a plethora of all kinds of weird stuff that happened at that hotel or that chateau in LA. And many of the celebrities and many of the powerful people have done all kinds of weird things, and Hunter Biden got blacklisted and banned from that place for a while. And some of the names are Scarlett Johansson, some of the names is Lindsay Lohan, and all kinds of other ones that I'll cover in future days. So this will definitely be an interesting ride. Thank you.